I'm speaking at VidCon and I'm so excited. So if you don't know, later in June, June 19th to the 21st, I'm gonna be at VidCon. I've been going to VidCon, first went in 2017 and I went last year and the year before. VidCon is basically the conference for online video. I'm gonna fix my microphone here. Can you hear me? Oh, got my beard, okay. VidCon was started by Hank Green. Many of you guys know Hank Green from the Vlog Brothers. He's like one of the godfathers of YouTube. And like many 30-somethings in the 2010s, I was really into YouTube. I wanted to be a creator, a podcaster. I wanted to be a Disney creator. I wanted to go out and create Disney content because I was obsessed with Disney. I still am. I still consider myself a Disney adult. And there were a lot of great Disney content creators out there, and I became friends with a lot of them. Make sure I put my phone on silent here. Guys like Brian Hull, who was the Disney Voices guy, and I became really good friends with a lot of the people who were in the vlog, was it Thingamavlogs? Thingamavlogs, remember Thingamavlogs? With the vlogs every day and different creators. I even had a Disney podcast. I was trying so hard to break into that space on YouTube, but it just wasn't working out for me. I had some videos I was just doing what everyone else was doing. It wasn't unique, it wasn't different. In 2017, after I left my career as a pastor, I started working for a small production company in Southern Oregon, and they sent me to VidCon at my behest because they wanted to create online video on YouTube and create a show with it, thinking that that would be like the next big thing. That as a company, they could like create a show and monetize it through AdSense on YouTube, which was a lot harder than they thought it was gonna be. And they hired me as like the social media guy, as camera operator, as an editor, and I said, hey, if we really wanna be serious about this, you need to send me to VidCon, which they did, which was really great for me because my eyes were open to the world of online video. Quick side note, when I was at VidCon in 2017, I was going from conference to conference. I was in the industry track. I was learning a lot. I was there for business reasons, but a friend of mine, Brian Hull, the Voices guy who I just talked about, was doing something at the Disney booth stage, doing like impressions. And right across from us was the Musical.ly booth, and there was these kids lip syncing music. I remember being really, really annoyed by this because the music was loud and the kids were screaming, like, I want to hear Brian do his impressions. And oh, it's Musical.ly. That stupid app's never gonna go anywhere. Well, if you know your online video history, you know Musical.ly got bought by ByteDance and then turned into TikTok. And TikTok seems to have like a place in like geopolitics now. Go figure. I really wish I could take those words back in 2017. Oh gosh, I wish they'd shut up. This Musical.ly thing's not gonna go anywhere. Kids dancing and lip syncing to popular music, that's stupid. Vertical video, that's ridiculous. I sounded like such a boomer and I wasn't even a boomer. Gosh. Anyways, well, I came back with all the knowledge I had. We kept trying to do the show. It didn't work out for reasons of various sorts and kind, which you can imagine. But I went to film school after that, learned so much about film and editing and video and angles and things like that. And I just started creating more content, was really trying to break into the Disney space. As far as the podcast stuff was going, it was going really well. The Dcast was one of the top rated Disney podcasts for a long time. But around 2019, I really started to take, the social media platform seriously when it came to social media and it came to, I just repeated myself. In 2019, I began to take the social media platform seriously when it came to online video. Many of you know I went to school for digital cinema at Southern Oregon University, and my project at the end before I graduated and got my degree, my capstone was the use of online video to grow a social media platform. And at that time, I was using Twitter and see how much I could grow just by using online video. I wrote like a 20-page paper on it. I did a ton of research, all that fun stuff. I didn't really think anything would go. The only reason I chose that subject was because I didn't want to have to make a whole movie in a very short amount of time, and that was the other thing I could do, and I didn't have the resources or time because we were dealing with stuff with my kids, and I'm like, I can do this, I can do a case study in this, I can do the filming of the video and see how this works. Well, then 2020 came, and the thing that shall not be named happened, and I had nothing to do. So as many of you know, I hiked a lot and I filmed my hikes. And in fact, I changed my username to my name to Andy Films and Hikes. And I just posted a ton. It was kind of annoying how much I was posting my hikes. But in doing that, I was getting more creative with the videos. I was trying different things. I was hopping on different trends. I was having a lot of fun making videos and photos of me out in the wilderness and out in the hiking and the trails and out here on the World River, beautiful places. And then in 2022, I went viral going for a super hike for my super mental health. And in 23, I was like, I better go back to VidCon, and I can actually afford it now because I've got like sponsors and people sending me. And I actually wrote a ton of my sponsors, say, hey, I'd like to go to VidCon. It's a little cost prohibitive because I want to go to the industry track, which was like $1,000 to go at the time. Would you mind sponsoring me? And lo and behold, my good friends at Merrill, who I happen to be wearing their shoes, sponsored me to go to VidCon, which was totally awesome in punk rock. Yeah, I've never done that before, punk rock. And I really appreciated Merrill doing that because they were investing in me, and I partnered with them so many times since then. But during that time, I just poured myself into the industry track, went to everything I could go to, every talk I could go to, meet everyone I could meet, talk to everyone I could talk to. And they had this thing, this meet and greet thing where you set appointments with people on the VidCon app, and I met with everybody. And I was really trying to find a manager while I was there too, because all these brand deals were hard for me to kind of just figure out. I knew there were a lot of brands who were taking advantage of me. I knew the terms weren't great. I knew there were some times where they were getting the pictures and videos I made and they were getting to use them in perpetuity, which means they get to use it forever and I don't get paid if they use it again. And that's really bit me in the butt a few times. But that's where I met my manager, James, who is not actually my manager anymore. He's the owner of my management company, I Am Social. Jordan's now my manager, who's right under him. But I met him and just fell in love with what he was doing at I Am Social and got to connect with so many creators. I was actually I Am Social's first outdoor creator. For me, they saw the potential in outdoor content creation and brand deals, and they created a whole division of outdoor and travel content creators, which they didn't have before. It was mostly lifestyle before, and it's been really cool to see that part of the company grow. It started with me, and I met him at VidCon. I just got a really good vibe from him. Well, I went again last year and connected with so many people. Last year was great because I connected with a lot of people. I really spent my time last year networking and talking and hanging out. I stayed right at the Hilton right there, so I didn't have to travel at all. I went to all the parties. I got to go to the TikTok party. Thanks, Astra, for getting me that invite. I appreciate that. Hopefully I get to go this year. I don't know how that works with speakers. We'll see. But VidCon for me has been like summer camp now. It's this thing where I get to go and meet all my content creator friends, people who understand the struggle of being a content creator, understand the struggle that we live with every day that maybe people who don't do this for a living don't quite get. And that's okay. I don't expect people who don't create content for a living to understand creating content for a living. So this year, I was looking to pour in more. I really wanted to speak at VidCon. Why? It's not a selfish thing. It's like I want to pour into other creators the way other creators poured into me. I think there's guys like Sydney Raz and Leo Camacho and other people who really, and Brian Hall, over the years, who have poured into me and supported me and encouraged me. I think this last year, Jason Linton, who through our family struggles really encouraged and supported me. I think of guys like Santa Claus, who have just been a joy for me to be around and collaborate with. And I want to be that for other people, and I want to show other people that you can do this, you can make it. It's hard. Right now, being a content creator is hard because of things happening economically in the United States with brand deals and stuff, which you can all kind of figure that out. I'm not going to say it. And I'll be on a panel talking about sustainable business models after going viral. Essentially, after that viral moment that catapults you into the spotlight, which I had with Stupid Hikes for my stupid mental health, what do you do now? And for me, I really focused on brand deals. Now, one thing I would want to tell people, and I'm not going to tell everything because I want you to go to the industry track and see my talk. One thing I would tell people is don't put all your eggs in one basket, and that's kind of what I did. I was really depending on that because I was turning brand deals away. I couldn't keep up. And like now, where things are a little bit slower, I wish I would have diversified, and I am now. I'm doing some consulting, other work, because what I do and what I built and the knowledge I have is very valuable. And I want to pass that on to other people as well. But VidCon's also great. If you're just a fan of online video, there's a community track where you can go and just see all your favorite creators, meet and greets, all kinds of fun stuff. There's booths. It's on the Anaheim Convention Center. And there's the creator track, which is if you're trying to get into content creation, you want to learn this craft, there's all kinds of different places, the TikTok room, the YouTube room. There's all the different talks about how to leverage your platform and be able to do this full time. And the industry track is for people who do this kind of full time already, and people who work in it as far as like industry people, managers, agents, studios, companies who want to who really are in the industry already. And it's really beneficial if you want to go. This is not a commercial for VidCon, but I just want to pour my heart out because I am just so privileged that I get to go and I get to be a part of this, and that the people at VidCon, the creators of VidCon, they're my people. And I feel at home when I go to the Anaheim Convention Center every year now. And now to be a part of that, where my content creator friends who were speaking, who I got to know over the years, that were on the other side, you know, of the stage, because I wasn't speaking, I was on this side, I get to be with them and help pour knowledge into new creators and mentor new creators and upcoming creators so they can figure this thing out. Because what we get to do as content creators is really cool and really inspiring. And I really do have the best job in the world, even when times are tough. All I have to say, if you're looking to be a content creator, if you just have that burning in you, maybe consider going to VidCon. If you can't make it this year, there's next year, there's the community track. I suggest going to the creator track. And if you have the money to spare, industry track is nice too. And what's really cool about this year is it's the 20th anniversary of YouTube, so they're celebrating that as well. And speaking of YouTube, YouTube thinks you're gonna like these 2 videos here, so make sure you click on those. You click down here if you wanna subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell, ding dong, and follow me at Andy Films and Hikes on all the various social media networks. And with that, thank you so much. I hope to see you at VidCon. Take it easy. See you later. Bye-bye.